Oh, we're live. We are live on YouTube. I didn't realize we were live. I was making funny faces at the camera. No, I knew we were live. I was just being silly. How's it going, guys? My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. Today's date is Sunday, September 15th, 2024. You see my dad waving off camera. Amy, she's out at the kitchen table. And we're just live on YouTube right now. I want to point out too that you're probably going to hear the sound of the fans blowing in the background because it's like 87 degrees outside and it's hot as hell in here. So we're just doing what we can to stay cool and beating this little heat wave we got going on. So I hope you've all been doing well. I've been doing okay. I've been taking my daily medication like I'm supposed to, and just take care of business every day as usual, usually in a good mood. I've been in an exceptionally just happy-go-lucky mood. I don't know if it's because I know what's coming up or what is to come next month, but I am trying to just remain positive and I just keep taking my medication and I just keep doing what I got to do to get through the day and the weeks, that's what I do. And there's no shame. There's absolutely no shame in taking medication. If it helps you and if it puts you in a better state of mind and you have a good sense of feeling and worth and welcome, then so be it. If the medication helps, take it. You're probably someone who takes medication like I do. It's an antidepressant. It's called Celexa. She wants in. But that's what I take. I take Celexa, and it helps. Although, if I might, if I can find the words, so I'm stumbling here a little bit, just trying to get everything cleaned up in my in my frame in the background. There is a chance that I may have to get my medication bumped up in milligrams just a tad. But we'll see how it goes as time progresses, and hopefully it won't come to that. But if it does, I'll take care of it. But I hope you've all been doing well out there. Chat logs are open. Toenail didn't come in this week. For those of you who are new and may not be aware, chewing off my toenail, that's the name of the YouTube channel. He'll come into my chat log and he'll leave some funny comments and I like the sense of humor, but he didn't come in this week. Maybe he's on vacation. Maybe he had, Yeah, hope everything's well. Thanks for the laughs and thanks for the sense of humor. It's funny. So, what to talk about today? The week in review. Well, first off, how was your week, Dad? Well, oh yeah, the yard's looking fabulous right now, better than it did. We actually did something yesterday. Well, Dad went up. We were a little low on groceries, and Dad went up to the local church to get some food for the house, and they gave us a little too much more than we need between the three of us, Dad, Amy, and myself. So Dad and I suddenly became Meals on Wheels, and we delivered some food to our neighbors. And a buddy of ours over on the highway, he's from Australia. Hello, Al. I don't know if you're watching this. I don't even think you're aware that I have a YouTube channel. But in the off chance, hello. We delivered some food to the neighbors down the road and to our buddy Al over on the highway, and then eventually my Uncle Tim. Yeah, we told them take what they want. Our Australian friend on the highway, he's got a 14-year-old daughter, and she came out. And I said, hey, we got macaroni and cheese, we got grapes, we got carrots, we got this, we got that, bread, you name it, we got it. And I told her, help yourself to anything you want. And so she thanked me like a half dozen times, and she says, you have a wonderful month. And I said, well, you have a wonderful rest of the year, if I don't see you again. But it was nice to help some people in need. They may have been a little low on some stuff, and Dad and I are always happy to help if we can. And we're, although I'm an atheist, I'm still grateful to anybody who, um, they'll help people with food or anything like that when they're struggling. And yeah, even if it is a church, I agree that it should be do things for good reasons. Amy says good evening in chat, although it's midday, but most likely the people who are watching this in the future, the playback, it'll be evening time because they never catch the live. So thank you, Amy in the kitchen, for commenting in the chat. Yeah. But yeah, the chat log is open. If anybody else would like to join and have a conversation, I'll just leave my glasses on so I don't have to keep taking them on and off. So that was probably one of the highlights of the week. And we went to the Pine Run Inn last week. That was good. Had a lot of fun. Tonight, Dan Richards, I think, has returned for the Sunday Flashback. Let me go and check his Facebook page real quick, just to make sure that his show isn't once again preempted by Detroit Lions football, because I don't want to put any misinformation out there. I fucking hate football, and I couldn't care less about football. What's that? Yeah, I'm not a sports person like Wayne. So let's see. I might have to message Dan. I might have to reach out to Dan and find out. Oh yeah, the Special Olympics was today. I'm gonna message him real quick and make sure. Is this Fox Sunday Flashback once again preempted by Lions football? And I'll sign out because there are people who seemingly they like to ring in with video chats unannounced after I tell them time and time again, we need to set up a specific time to do this, because I could be doing this or I could be doing something on my phone. And when people just out of the blue want a video chat with me, it just totally fucks up everything I have. So, well, it's not that. It's if I'm live on YouTube, like right now, and I have to use my camera, I need use of my webcam. And if someone on Facebook Messenger tries to video chat with me, it's going to boot me out of here. It's got nothing to do with cooking supper. My phone, my phone also, although it has do not disturb on it, it can still boot me out of my whatever it is I'm doing. If someone wants to video chat with me, I could be looking at Facebook, or I could even be using the camera on there, and it'll just boot me right out. And it's like, I told you time and time again, we need to arrange a time. So that way you're not interrupting me and I'm not interrupting you. And, but people don't seem to get that. What's that? Well, in any event, arrange a time, because I might even be gone with you somewhere and I may not get service. And Tuesday, I have a dentist appointment. We got to pay taxes tomorrow. Taxes are due tomorrow. We're going to go pay those. And then Tuesday, I have a dentist appointment at 11:30. I got that tooth. It hasn't been bothering me. So, but there's a tooth fragment. There's a hole back there on my bottom gum. And then I can feel with my tongue. Yeah, there's a really sharp tooth fragment that has to come out. So I'm going to have to do that. usually, and usually I'm afraid of the dentist. I am deathly terrified of the dentist, but they do a wonderful job in Montrose, and they're just really good. There are some people who say, "Oh God, go somewhere else." No, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm going somewhere that works for me. And when I've been there past couple times, her name is Danielle. She's really, really sweet, really, really nice, and she's extremely good. I mean, she'll numb the hell out of your gums, and so much to the point where she'll come back. Hey, can you feel that? Can you feel that? Maybe just a tad. I can feel it. Okay, we'll add more of the numbing solution. So she'll numb it right up to where you don't feel anything, and then when she gets the Novocaine, she says you might feel a little pressure, and when she sticks the needle in, maybe sometimes I'll feel a little pinch, like in the inner nerve. But other than that, I mean, it's not like I'm being harpooned. Because I'll be so numbed up and that I won't feel anything. Um, so I'm confident with that dentist. I go to um the dentist that I trust and the dentist that I'm comfortable with, and I'll probably have to follow up with my family doctor too. Um, yeah, I'll have to follow up with my family doctor too. Um, maybe, just to tell them that, I just had a recent dentist appointment. I had a tooth extracted. They gave me this antibiotic or this pain medication, and hopefully that problem will go away. Um, she wants in again. But yeah, so tomorrow we pay taxes. We might, I don't know if we're going out to the Pine Run Inn. Are we, Dad? Okay. We're going to the Pine Run Inn tomorrow night. And then Tuesday, I have a dentist appointment in Montrose. And then after that, Dad has to be in Saginaw because he has an appointment at the clinic in Saginaw. So, yeah, there's quite a bit to do this week. Today, and I just saw this on Facebook. Today, they're having what's called the Special Olympics in Flushing, Michigan. I was going to go to it, and I think Dan was supposed to MC, so he might. I totally forgot about that. So he might not reply to my text or my messenger message immediately. Yeah, because he hasn't replied back, which is fine. I think he's emceeing the event. Let's see here. Oh, missing chat history. No, I don't fucking want this. Don't sync. Okay. No, my messages aren't appearing. All right, he didn't get back with me yet, so he's probably emceeing the event. So I don't want to interrupt him if he's in the middle of, here I'm talking about being interrupted on my live stream, and I could potentially be interrupting him during the middle of his emceeing at the Special Olympics. But I think it's cool. I was actually going to go out there, but I don't have the gas. And because Waylon Hannell's out there, Leah Williams is out there. Who else? Michael Root, I think, is out there. Michael's nice. Michael's cool. Leah's a sweetheart. I met Waylon a couple times. Yeah, Leah Williams, fantastic. She's remarkable. You guys got to check her out. She does have a YouTube channel, and I can provide that for all of you in chat should you want to go and check her out. I've met her multiple times. She is a recording artist in Nashville, Tennessee, and she co-writes music with the great Bernie Nelson. Bernie Nelson is another friend of mine on Facebook. I've never met him, but he is a good friend of mine. And yeah, I know lots of people. Wait a minute, I'm not subscribed to her? You fucking serious? Well, now I am. I thought I was subscribed to her. Well, shame on me. Subscribe to Leah Williams here. Okay, I'm going to drop that link real quick. Yeah, guys, go and check out Leah Williams. She's really good. Cowgirl Therapy and my favorite, Daddy's Little Girl. That's my favorite song. She's remarkable. I'm just so proud of Leah. Yeah, and her mom and dad are really super nice. They don't think they're better than everybody else. They are really just down to earth, super nice people. So, oh, what the hell that is? This is Amy's yearbook, 3rd week in a row. It's fine. It's fine. I came on to the today's live stream looking, making faces. And I had my glasses like this and had my hat sideways. So in the playback, if you're just now joining me and if you watch this later on playback, you'll see it. I'm just being goofy, just trying to liven things up. And we've got a dog barking. What's wrong, Barky? Huh? Oh, his food dish must be empty. That's why he's barking. He does that. He'll let us know if his food or water dish are empty. He'll come out, let us know, and then we go and take care of it. So he's the senior citizen dog of the household. And then there's Scruffy. And then Luna, who was born on my birthday last year. And you saw her last week in last week's Sunday video. So let's see here. Today is the 15th. 6 days it'd be this Saturday. So this Saturday is going to be 35 years since my treatment had ended in my battle with Wilms tumor. Of course, this is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. I've been posting tidbits and nuggets about my story on Facebook, but honestly, after the 21st, after Saturday, I'm done. And the reason for that, because I tell a lot of my friends, I'm done talking about it. It's like I'm on repeat. But the reason I decided, there are actually a couple of reasons why I decided to talk about childhood cancer, my battle with Wilms tumor this September. One, because I lost my mom last year, not to Wilms tumor, but to cancer. And two, there are people that I'm friends with from the childhood cancer world, new friends, and they may not know a lot of information. So I want to make it known. And I tell them and I explain stories to them. And I don't know if they read any of my stories. I don't know if they take any of it to heart or into consideration, but it's there for them. And I just talk about what I've been through. But after Saturday, I'm done. I don't even think I'm going to do it next September. I probably just won't say anything about it. It's always the irrelevant people who get noticed more than someone who's actually survived it and have, we've been veterans of childhood cancer for decades. Nobody seems to care about us. It's always the irrelevant people who look at me and look what I did. And, yeah, look what I did. Look what I fucking did. That's what I say. But it doesn't matter. And that's okay. It doesn't have to matter. As long as people know that I know what their kids are going through, that's all I care about. And that's good enough for me. So, but after Saturday, I'm done. I'm just not going to do it anymore. Nobody cares anyway. So, and that's fine. I don't expect people to care. But yeah, it's, and one thing I've learned too about the advocacy shit is it's people who they put in very little effort and they like to think that doing the least effort is the most effective. Well, let's post a gold ribbon on Facebook. That'll change everything. Where? When? How? And I keep asking this question. Where, when, and how has posting gold ribbons changed a single fucking thing? It hasn't. Nothing has changed. It just makes you look good. It makes you look good because you've attached yourself to a noble cause. And I'm talking about people who are indirectly affected by this. I'm not talking about parents and kids like my dad and myself, where we've actually been through that. He went through that with me. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who have zero relevance to childhood cancer. They've never had kids go through it. They themselves have never been through it, but they found a cause to leech onto because they need to feel good about themselves. And personally, as I've said 1,000 times, to me is fucking disgusting. If you're going to be a voice like it means anything, then make it about them. Stop making it about yourself. If you haven't been through that, you don't know what you're talking about. Right.
If you've never been through that with your children, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my dad and here, you want to come over here and say it?
I'll just say it.
No, come over here to the mic and say it. Speak right into the mic. Tell them what you just told me.
And as a parent, if you've never been through it with your child, then shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about. There.
Very good. There. And I was hoping you would have come up to the mic and said it. I want for the world to hear a parent of a child of cancer survivor speak up and tell these irrelevant people, hey, you're here just to look good and that's it.
And I've had a buddy that his daughter had the same thing as my son, and she's doing great today. So, and he'll say the same thing. If you've never had your child have that stuff, then shut the fuck up. We don't hear it.
Yes. And I know who he's talking about. I'm not going to drop names, but I know who he's talking about. And this girl that dad referring to, his daughter, she has children. She has kids. And yeah. Yeah, you met at the hospital. Yeah. Story. My dad, when he was coming in, that's right. When you were going in, when you were going into the elevator at Sparrow, he was coming out of the elevator at Sparrow. So you were going up, he was coming down. That'll be something I tell Dan tomorrow, because Dan Richards is friends with your buddy, with this guy that we're talking about on Facebook. So I will definitely, that'll be something I tell Dan tomorrow night out at the Pine Run Inn. I bet he didn't even know that. No, Dan. I don't think Dan knows anything about that. I don't remember telling him. No. So that'll be a surprise. He'll be like, what? Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of backstory. There's so many different details to share, and it does get overwhelming. And I don't want to flood out my friend's Facebook with all my, stories or whatever, childhood cancer consecutive. But I also look at it this way. I notice your children who are in treatment. I notice them. Okay. I see the Facebook pages. I'm a veteran of that. 35 years ago, I went through that. Your children are going through something similar today. The technology has changed. The styles have changed. The way of life has changed since the 80s. Drastically changed since the 80s. I can relate to your child in the sense that I know what it's like to get the chemo, the radiation, the symptoms from it. I've been through all that. I have the battle scars. There's a lot of kids I know that they're embarrassed by the scars, and I encourage them not to be. Those scars tell a story. That's your life. You're wearing your life, your scars on you. Those scars tell a story. Never be ashamed of that. I mean, I encourage that. Yeah, I mean, I have my friend Jesse Anthony. He lives in Texas now. I went to Louisiana and spent a weekend with him. They moved to Texas. Well, he's a cancer survivor too. And I tell him all the time, never be ashamed to show your scars. Don't be embarrassed by them. Be encouraged by them, because there may be someone else out there who may be going through something similar or identical to what you're going through, and they might feel the same way. Encourage change in that aspect. You know what? I got my battle scars. Here, I got one right. See if I can find. Yep, right here. You can barely see it because of the light. You can't see it. Here's another scar. Right there. Shit. Right there. I don't want to see my tit. Right there. That's where I had my chemo port. And then I got the scar on my stomach. Whoops. I got the scar on my tummy. I am not embarrassed by that. I'm not ashamed of it. It might, well, they just look gross. Well, you know, cancer is gross. Cancer is disgusting. It's a disgusting thing to have to go through. It's a disgusting life to have to live. And what's more disgusting is a government who doesn't give a fuck about the people whose children are suffering. But that's another conversation for another day, as we all know. But God, don't be ashamed or embarrassed, especially embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed by those battle scars. Those scars tell a story that other people may be inspired by. And if they're going through something similar, they won't be as embarrassed or even afraid. That's why I still talk about it. Not as an advocate, as a survivor. Because being an advocate, that implies that you can do the least minimal amount of effort and think that you are still doing the most effective, which is a fucking lie. And it's false. It's wrong. Luna, hey, come here. Come here. Come over here and see me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Say hi to everybody. Look at you. Look at you on that screen. Oh, look at the doggy on the screen. Is that you? Is that you? Yes. Oh, I love you, Luna. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Stop. There ain't no one out there. You got a flea on you. Uh-oh. Yep, there's this right in the middle of her head right there. Well, get down. Down. Bye. See ya. Down. Down. Good girl. Yeah, I don't want your fleas all over me, but where there's one, there's plenty more. But like I was saying, if you're someone who's going through this, don't be embarrassed. I think embarrassment is what really plays out more than shame. Because I'm not ashamed of my scars. I'm not even embarrassed by my scars. If someone sees the scars, okay, cool. I just got a message. From Dan Richards. He's back, and there will be a Fox Sunday flashback tonight from 7 to 11. Awesome. Yoo-hoo. Okay. So now that he has announced this, I will go and share it. What are you talking about now, Bart? You want to be a part of the show? You say hell no, Bart? Say hell no. Okay, so I'm going to share the link in the chat. Listen to the Fox Sunday flashback with Dan Richards. Okay, then you when you follow this link, you just go up in the upper right-hand corner and you click listen live at 7 o'clock Eastern, by the way, 7 o'clock Eastern. He'll be on until 11. Excuse you. What are you barking about? Hell no. Okay. Dan will be on at 7 o'clock tonight until 11. You can get in your request via the Facebook page. You can call the 810 number. You can call or you can message. You can email him too, by the way. It's the Fox Sunday Flashback with Dan Richards. That's the Facebook page. And you can email him. You can message the official page. You can call the 810 number. 810 area code, by the way, would be like Flint, Genesee County, because that's where the station is located. It's located in Flint. So, yeah, from 7 until 11, he takes requests. He plays outlaw country, classic rock. Yeah. See, and Barky even confirms it. He plays all the good stuff, and I enjoy the show. And what? Look at that. You weirdo. The entertainment just never gets old. But Dan plays all the good music. And so, yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's the Fox Sunday Flashback with Dan Richards, 103.9 The Fox. It's WRSR, licensed to Owasso. And yeah, he plays all kinds of just awesome music. He plays stuff I've never even heard in my life before. Dad probably has heard it before, but I've never heard it. Like about a month ago, I would say about a month ago now, Dan Richards played a song by Alice Cooper called Be My Lover. And I had never heard that. And Dad was singing along with it over here on the couch. I said, "You know that song?" And he says, "Fuck yeah, I do. I remember that." Like, yeah, how about you, Barkley? Well, I've heard of that, and Only Women Bleed or whatever. But Be My Lover by Alice Cooper, I'd never heard of that before. And the first time I heard it, it's like, damn, that sounds good. And of course I added it to my collection. I have over 7,700 songs currently in my collection. So, and it's building. It's bubbling up. It's like the lottery, it just rolls up, and the jackpot never goes away because I've got all the music. So, Barkley, hey, come here, Bart. Come here, Bart. Come here, Bart. If I pet him, he'll bark. Come here, Barky. If you're not going to be in the conversation, quit making noise. He says, I am in the conversation, fool. Come here, Bart. Come here, Barkley. Come here. No? You're telling me no? Well, then hush. Zip the lip over there, dude. Zip the lip. You giving no? You telling me no again? You're giving me the side eye, aren't you? You better cut that shit out. Yes. You cut that out. Amy's got some treats for the dogs. So there's a lot happening this week, and there's a lot happening here today for the Sunday video update, which typically doesn't happen. It hasn't happened like this in quite a long time. I'm probably going to get some groceries this week. What I would like to do is buy some stuff to make my ham and vegetable soup that I usually make. I get a shank portion ham with the bone, and we cut the ham off the bone. We fill up the crock pot or whatever with water, or the stock pot, depending on how much we're planning to make. Well, yeah, you got to cut them in slices anyway, so it'll fit inside the crock pot. And yeah, whatever's left over out of the ham slices, we eat sandwiches with it later. But you cut off the ham from the bone. Then you buy frozen vegetables. You don't get canned vegetables. You buy them frozen in the bags, because they taste better. The quality is much better, and it's healthier for you. And yeah, there's the quality and the freshness, it pops. So you get frozen peas, frozen green beans, frozen corn. You get baby carrots, not the big full-size carrots. You get baby carrots. You buy fresh stalks of celery and you throw it all in, you chop it up, throw it all in. And after you get all your, and you got to buy a bag of potatoes. You got to buy a bag of potatoes, probably a 5-pound bag, or maybe even a 3-pound bag, depending on how much you're going to make. You just peel them, chop them into smaller cubes, throw them in, throw your other vegetables and your frozen veggies. And then when all that's cooking, or even before it starts cooking, or after you throw on the last ingredients, you top it off with salt, pepper, seasoned salt, garlic salt, and minced onion. And boy, does it make this house smell fucking amazing. I want to make it right now because it sounds good. It makes the house smell good. And of course, you got to have biscuits or bread and butter for dunking. But what's that? Or crackers, yeah. Crackers, yeah, crackers. Saltine crackers went up. I can't believe that. It's just unbelievable. Saltine crackers would cost so much. $3 a box or $4? Jesus. Well, that's everybody's calling Bidenomics, and I actually declared Bidenomics when we found out that Biden won the election back in 2020. So, and that's when I said I hereby declare Bidenomics, because no matter how the economy shapes up, you're going to find out what Bidenomics is all about, for better or worse. You said Kamala had 47% in what poll? Election day is in November, I think. Yeah, I don't know what poll you're referring to, so I don't want to give inaccurate information. Actually, I guess I could look. I could probably, oh, no shit. Peter Renaday, the original voice of Master Splinter in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dies at 89. I remember that. I remember the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's see. What was I looking up? Oh, who is leading in the polls? 14 hours. The election was initially a rematch of 2020, but it was July. You pended in July when President Joe Biden ended his campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. So this, according to the New York Times, Harris is ahead by Trump, or is ahead of Trump, 49% to 47%, and that was as of today. Yeah, it's going to be a tight race. Fortunately, I don't give a fuck, but seems Dad mentioned it. It was worth bringing up, I guess. I know there's a lot of people out there. A lot of you are probably political, and you are going to vote, and you pay attention to all this political shit. I really don't care. The political ads are fucking annoying as hell. I'm glad that my channel is not monetized in that sense, because I don't want to bore people, my subscribers, into oblivion with the stupid fucking political ads and all this other just irrelevant shit. And it's not irrelevant because it has to do with your life. Well, my life has to do with my life. I'm in charge of my life. No matter who governs the country, your life is still yours. You do what you want to do. The way people obsess over this is just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I don't vote. I don't pray. I don't have kids. I'm not shackled by family life. I live a pretty good life, a life that I'm comfortable with. I don't have to consult with anyone else on, well, hey, can we go here? Can we go there? No, I'm just going to get in my car and fucking leave. And I have lots of friends, so it's not like I don't have places I can go, but I don't have to consult with anyone and check with them and say, well, gee, can I go here? Can I go there? Even if they tell me no, I'm going to say, fuck you. I'm going anyway. It's my life. I'll do what I want. Yeah. You don't pay for my gas. You're not paying for my car insurance. I'll go anywhere I want when I want. Fuck you. Yeah. Well, they kind of do. The house is in your name, and they still own the land. You got to pay the taxes. We got to pay vehicle registration to the state. The insurance, that's mandated by state law. So yeah, in a sense, it is their car. We live on their land. We drive their vehicles. That's what it is. It's no different. It's no different. The only things that are actually yours are the things that you directly own. Like this computer is mine. The clothes I wear are mine. My journals are mine. My music collection, although the music personally isn't mine, the collection is. I mean, I had to pay someone for all these things. Of course, I had to buy everything I currently have, but even this microphone was $400. So it was an expensive mic. It's a Shure SM7B. Let me see if I can get the name brand in the shot. Hold on. There we go. It's upside down, but might have to tilt your head. You guys get the idea. But yeah, I mean, everything you own outright is yours. But like your house, your property, your car, you got to pay the state. I mean, the property taxes come in your name, but it's more or less rent to the state because that money goes back to the state. Well, if you get delinquent in your taxes, they can seize your property and then auction it off. And Jay trying to tell me, well, no, they can't do that. Want to fucking bet? They can do it. If you get delinquent in your taxes, yeah, if you get delinquent in your property taxes where you're not paying, they can take it. Yeah, they can seize your property and auction it. Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it's not like a mortgage situation, if you don't pay your property taxes, the state can take it and will be forced out into the street. You got to pay either way. You have to pay either fucking way. There's no getting around it unless you live in a, well, actually not even if you live in a camper, because you got to pay for gas. You got to pay for the tags and the insurance and the license plate. You got to pay for all that shit. So even living in a camper trailer isn't free. And then where are you going to get the electricity? Yeah, but then you got to pay for the gas. And then you got to buy the generator unless you make a trade or whatever, trade something across even, but then you still got to buy the gas for the generator. So nothing is free. You got to pay at some point. Me, I would rather pay for what I pay for now currently. Because I mean, it is kind of like a balloon payment when you think about it, because you never stop fucking paying for it. Yeah, when you're dead, you still got to pay, or the family is left to pay. Yeah. It's money. And our tax lady says, well, or the treasurer where we take our tax receipts, she says, well, taxes make the world go round. I said, yeah, but that feels like theft at some point, like legal theft. What's that? Yeah, when they raise taxes, that really fucks you up. Yeah, they don't tax food. That's the only thing they don't tax. Excuse me, guys. We are down to the last 15 minutes of the Sunday video update. This has been fun. This has been an interesting show. But it's okay. What the hell's going on? This thing doesn't want to stay up. This thing is so touchy. I don't know what the fuck. Oh well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, this has been an interesting Sunday video update, to say the very least. I'm having fun. Yeah, well, yeah, the chat log's been open since the show started. But showing off my toenails not here this week. I don't get the laughter. Maybe next week. Jerry Bear needs a nap. Yeah, nap doesn't sound bad, but I can't. It's 3:45. I can't. If I go to sleep now, I'll sleep for the rest of the night, and then I'll be up early in the middle. You know, I was actually up early this morning because my stomach was just rumbling and it just hurt. And I know why. Because those chili cheese Frito chips that you gave me, I ate a handful of those, and then I had eaten walnuts, and it sat in one spot of my stomach all night. And yeah, I didn't throw up or anything, but my stomach hurt bad. It was like, oh, my stomach was cramping. It's like, oh, yeah. I won't get into any more detail, but that the stomach ache was just painful. It's like, oh, had me buckled over. It's like, oh, well, lesson learned. Before I went live, I had eaten a few saltine crackers. That's why we talked about saltine crack. I had some crackers and I drank a cup of milk, and seems to have settled my stomach a little bit. I don't feel pain anymore, so hopefully it did the trick. But yeah, there's a few things happening this week. So tomorrow we pay taxes, and according to Dad, we're going out to the Pine Run Inn for the Monday flashback. Tonight I'm listening to the Sunday flashback. And Tuesday I have a dentist appointment at 11:30. And then after that, Dad has to be in Saginaw at his doctor's office. He's got to be there by 1:00. So, and if I'm feeling, which I should be okay to drive myself back. But hopefully, if because I'm almost certain that they're going to write out a prescription for pain medication, and then I can just pick that up at Schultz Pharmacy in Chesaning. Huh? What? Yeah, we got Motrin here, but they might give me a stronger dosage. Something for the pain, maybe an antibiotic to go with it. Amy said she would like to go with you to Saginaw. I should be okay to drive myself back. I should be. But if not, I'm going to be in a lot of fucking pain on the way back home. And I'm going to have gauze in my mouth and ugh. But usually Danielle does a pretty good job. I've only had like maybe one person complain about Danielle. Oh, well, they're terrible there. Well, it just depends who you get. One dentist I will never go back to is Dr. Firebird in Flint. Firebird or whatever the fuck his name is. I was choking on my own spit, and he tried accusing me of trying to bite him. And I told him, I said, listen, if I really wanted to fucking bite you, I would. No problem. If I really wanted to bite you, I would have. I said, I'm gagging on my own spit. And they were just horrible. They were just awful. And I kept, making noises like, because, well, quit making those noises. We don't know if we're hurting you or not. Well, you could be, for all you fucking know. And what kind of a dentist tells you to stop making noises? It's like you're operating on me and you're telling me to not make noises. Yeah, I'm not coming back here again. Out at Dental Care of Michigan in Montrose, they don't care if you make. They say, "Well, are we hurting you?" No, I'm just groggy. I'm out of it. Um, but I don't feel anything though. I don't feel anything until after the Novocaine wears off, and that's when it fucking hurts. And boy, does it hurt, because now you have a gaping hole. I've already got a cavity, but there's a tooth fragment and it's razor sharp, and I can feel it with my tongue. And that's probably what they're going to remove. So hopefully it won't be too long of a procedure, and hopefully it'll be like an in and out thing. But it's got to come out. I'm afraid of the dentist. I fear the dentist, but with Dental Care of Michigan and Montrose, they do a remarkable job, and they make me less fearful of the dentist. So there's always going to be just enough nervousness to know that you're going into a procedure where they're going to have to surgically remove a tooth. Excuse me. But at the same time, I know that they do a tremendous job, and I have confidence that they will make it less frightening and as less painful as possible. And they do an awesome job. They're awesome. So in a sense, I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm not. It's a give and a take. Ballet. Oh, a ballet dancer. Shit. Ballet dancer from Beyonce's Lemonade, Michaela DePrince, dies at 29. 29? Wow. Trump is safe after gunshots near his Florida golf club, campaign says. Boy. I'm just trying to find things to talk about because I pretty much covered everything that I think I needed to cover. I'm just checking Facebook right now just to see what's going on. Everything looks good. My buddy Eli is an actor. My armband post. Jerry Bear's armband. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people care about my childhood cancer post. They don't care about my story. And like I said, they don't have to. They don't have to. I do the best I can, and they're gonna accept it or not. They'll be receptive to it or not. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is all the kids say. But we're down to the last about 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, 5-6 minutes of the show. And I want to thank you all for joining me for another week of the Sunday video update. Yeah, lots happening this week. With the dentist appointment, I'm just hoping to get it done and over with. I just want to get in there and out. Yep, just you guys heading out. I know more than one Tony. Oh, Shop Tony. Big dog. Okay. Well, I'm down to the last 5 minutes here, so I'll be good. I'll probably just sit here and get ready to listen to the Fox Sunday Flashback if you're not back before 7 o'clock, which I'm sure you will be because it's only going on 4. Unless you guys had other plans and you want to do whatever, I'll be fine here. I was fine here last night when you guys were out at the races. They were out at the Owasso Speedway, and I had the house to myself. Saturday nights are usually, dad and Amy time, which I'm totally okay with because it gives me time to myself here at home. And oh yeah, gives me time. You guys can't see it off camera, but it gives me time to myself, which I enjoy. I love having time to myself. And they get to spend quality time together as a couple, which is fine. I even get questioned still I get questioned about this. Well, doesn't it get lonely being single? And sometimes, yes. Yeah, of course. Sometimes it does. But it doesn't get lonely nearly as much as I enjoy being by myself. The moments that come and go, like, man, a part of me wishes I had somebody, a part of me wishes that I had a family of my own. But after watching the news and seeing shit on social media and all the problems that this world has today, this world is an absolute fucking turmoil. I also then am reminded, and I take comfort in knowing that I didn't bring an innocent life into this gaping shithole where, we are in so much trouble with the state of the world, political, and not just political, but we have like all the mass shootings and child abuse in the world, and it's not necessarily with the parents, it's with the people that you leave them with, which happens more times than not. Like, say we hear about parents who leave their children at daycares, and then the daycare providers or the daycare teachers, whatever, are abusing the kids. There's Robbie. Hey, Robbie, this world is going insane. So in that respect, in that view, that POV point of view, I'm happy to have not brought children, innocent children, into this world. And what the hell was that bark about? And as far as being in a relationship, I am perfectly fine being by myself. I like being single. My attitude is, if it happens, cool. If not, cool. I'm having a feeling I will be forever solo. Yeah, me too, Robbie. Me too. Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of the time people don't know how to master the art of being alone and enjoying your own company. I've been single for so long. I've hardly had any girlfriends growing up. So for me to enjoy my own time by myself, doing what I want to do, writing in my journal, listening to music, getting in my car and fucking taking off, these are things that I can enjoy as a single, childless person. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to live and take charge of your own life. So even if we die single, if we die bachelors and we die barren, I guess barren is more for women who don't have kids. But if we grow old and die never finding the one or having kids, then that is still a life well lived, in my opinion. Because we did the world a favor by not adding to the problem. See, I'm not crazy about my species at the moment with the way everything's going. I'm not in love with the people enough to want to add to it. So I'm happy not having kids, and I'm happy being single. But it is officially 4 o'clock, and I got to wrap this up. Dad, Amy, anything we want to say before you walk out the door? I almost lost you guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. And you all will see me next week for another edition of the I almost said the Fox Sunday flashback. Sorry, Dan. The Sunday video update. 3:00 Eastern time. Come and join me. Come back. Come in the chat room like Robbie and Amy. And maybe Toenail will be back next week. I don't know. We'll see. I love y'all very much. You have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Take care. Be kind and spread love wherever and whenever you can. Toodles.